Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. Today, I know it's been a while. I know it's been actually like several weeks now, but we're back into it. As you can tell, I am no longer in the cave. I decided to wander off camera because well, one, I was trying to make another video sooner, but I thought the world deleted itself. That was a whole thing that happened. And yeah, so I've been posting more random content at the momento. We're gonna play some more Minecraft. We're gonna hopefully build a base this time. Hopefully, maybe. We'll see what happens. We're also gonna do more exploring. Because as I was wandering around, I saw another portal, so we're going straight into that. Sorry, so sorry for the lack of updates and stuff. I thought the world had deleted itself when I tried to record. Well, it seemingly, I was messing around with a lot of stuff because, well, one, I wanted to make sure the music wasn't, like, too loud. I didn't want, because that's what I've noticed, like, a lot of volume and stuff has been really loud. But back to what I was saying, so the world I thought was deleted because apparently there are technical difficulties with my device I am playing on. That was fun. I thought it was deleted, and apparently while I was recording, it was not recording. Actually, wasn't in the slightest, and that was a fun surprise. So I couldn't even show you guys the footage of the thing crashing. Even if I wanted to, that's kind of embarrassing, not gonna lie. Actually, whoa, turning off the volumes. Hold on, I gotta quickly do something. Options. I don't know what this does, but please, I feel like I messed with this. I was messing with it thinking it was the sound. Why does that fix that? Why did that? Okay. No, it's still laggy. Okay, we're not gonna question it. We'll get some Aphmau flowers. We're hoping to get better equipment and a base this time. I've been saying that the last 3 episodes. Let's see if I finally do what I say I will do. Also thinking of other things to talk about Jesus, you know. I saw some interesting comments on YouTube. Great first sentence. I said all time. This looks terrible. Okay. I don't know what that is. We could light this thing right now, and we can do what I sometimes do and just run into the nether. Anyway, I saw things about people were confused about Jesus is coming back. And I was kind of sad. So how Jesus is coming back, like it discusses in Revelation that Jesus will come back and bring heaven onto earth. Please get off me. Bad things are going to be happening to the people that are left on earth because Jesus' kingdom, or the followers of Jesus, will be with him. I'm not really doing justice to that. I feel like I should probably study more. I feel really dumb now. Because that was bad explanation. Anyway. Terrible explanation. I'm hoping I think that better. You know, usually there's water that comes here. Slightly confused, but okay. Cloud. He's gonna bring his witnesses, the followers of him, and then whenever after the 7 years of whatever, I forget. I'm really taking this from what I've heard. I really need to study it myself. I'm really mad that I didn't think to do that. I'm probably gonna cut out this entire bit, to be honest. But since no one really watches this, it's not gonna be the worst thing on earth. Yeah, I'm really mad at myself now. Because I'm just doing what I always do and just think I know things, but I really don't. Because I understand how it works. Jesus is coming back. He's going to bring his kingdom to heaven. Bring his kingdom on earth. He's going to first get rid of this, like, get all the sin. Send the people who flat out decide, hey, you know what, I'm going to live my own way. I know that you exist. I don't care. So he's going to let them get what they want, which is hell. Because that's what people want sometimes. It's like, people are like, what? No one wants to go to hell. Why would a good, loving God let people go to hell? Well, you chose it. That person chose it. that God gives them a chance. He gives them a chance, and they choose to, well, they just choose hell because they're like, they want to keep living in sin and such. And people always have like, oh, but I didn't know. The strange thing about God is that he makes everything. There's signs of him everywhere. That desire to praise something, that awestruckingness when you see something beautiful, like, wow, it's so pretty. When you see something, you're just subtly, internally like, that's so gorgeous. It's beautiful. When a great piece of I've ever heard when people think about this is when someone sees a masterpiece, a beautiful masterpiece, no one thinks, oh, well, it just happened by chance. And that's kind of what creation is. It's God's masterpiece and him saying, hey, I exist. Now, granted, it's like, well, granted, there's a good people who are like, fully just don't really understand that. And I understand that completely. And to be honest, I don't know anyone's struggles in finding it. Maybe it's, I don't know. I have no idea. I truly don't understand the struggles because I've been blessed. And maybe that's my job because I've been so blessed. I should probably show other people God's goodness by talking about it. Which is just simply the fact that he made everything. That's really what goes down to. God made you, he made me, he made each person. He made a perfect world originally, but Adam and Eve, the first two people to exist, they decided to sin, you know? It was a choice they made. Eve decided to sin in the fact of, instead of telling the snake, no, God told me not to do this, so I'm not going to do it. She's like, well, I mean, I guess I can. He's like, well, I didn't die immediately when I touched the tree, even though that's not what God would say would happen. God said, if you eat the fruit of that specific tree, that is why they would die. And, well, she wanted knowledge, or she wanted something. She did it. We don't know why. We think it's probably pride and a desire to become God. Whatever's going on in her head. Obviously, she realized, oh, crud, this was not what I wanted. But I do not know. Why is this music so loud? It's not even that I don't like it, it's just so loud. I don't know. I just don't really know what to talk about or say. Because I'm afraid that I'm going to say it wrong. Because I'm so limited in the knowledge. And I'm just not realizing how limited and how it's really bad. I really don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing at all. I'm hoping that I can do the right thing and show people, talk about it, get people interested, but I don't think I'm doing it right. You know, I've had a weird life. The thing I see a lot is people raised in Christian homes, and they don't follow Jesus, and I've always kind of worried that I'll end up in that category where it's like, as soon as they're done being surrounded by God, they run away, and I just don't want to live like that. It saddens me, really, personally. It's because they get this truth, they know this truth, but either A, they just don't care, B, it's being taught to them incorrectly, so they don't see God's grace and goodness as a good and amazing thing. Or they feel like it's just pressure, and it's just this big, and God's this big, aggressive, and mean parent that wants them to be something that they're not, when God really wants us to become even better. You know, he's the parent that punishes you when you do wrong, not because he hates you or is mean to you. It's because he wants you to grow and become this amazing person. God tells us to run away from our fleshly desires, not because he doesn't love us. It's because he knows that our ways is sinful. But I don't know if I'm saying it right, and I don't know if I'm just pushing more people away. Because that's the thing. I think it makes sense in my brain when I say it, but I don't script what I say because I don't know. I don't know how to do any of this. I'm just throwing things at a wall and hoping it works. I probably should pray more about this. Kind of just jumped into this thinking, oh, it'll be fun. And yeah, God wants us to be able to do talents and stuff that he gives us, so then to not easily tell others about God's goodness and grace and show the world, you know? It's like some people are really smart and really know all these scientific things that are amazing. Like, if you see the cellular structure of a cell, and like evolution, like people who are good with sciences and stuff and understand how a cell works will understand evolution couldn't have worked. You can't take a protein and make an entire cell out of it. You know why? Because you need not only the protein to make chains, and you need the protein, right? But what's going to make more proteins in the cell? DNA. Okay, what does protein come from? DNA and RNA. Okay, DNA can't make protein by itself. It needs RNA. And RNA can't make protein by itself because it needs tRNA, which is trout. Oh, we should do that. Anyway, tRNA is, see, mRNA is messenger RNA, transfer RNA, yeah, which is where it takes codons, which is on the RNA piece, RNA piece, and then anticodons, which is on the tRNA piece, to form protein structures. You need all these little pieces that I've just mentioned just to form one function of a cell. And then you need a nucleus to store all the genetic information, DNA, RNA. Well, RNA can kind of travel outside into cytoplasm, but it's from DNA. There's a lot of stuff, and if it confuses you, just pay attention in biology classes sometimes, like, you know, in the cell structures and DNA processes. It's very simple stuff. I learned this all in biology. I thought it was really neat. But the amazing part is, you can't have one without the other. And even if you had all the bits, and if you had the nucleus and the beginning of evolution, you need more parts. You need all the other parts of the cells for it even to matter. Because the nucleus by itself can't do anything. You know why? Because it needs the cytoplasm of the cell for RNA to produce proteins, because that's where the process happens. Let me think. You need the mitochondria to start making energy. Like, all the parts of the cells, you need each part. And if you have one cell, you need more cells to even, like, you need more cells, more processes, more outside sources to start making more cells. In the end, just by that alone, evolution kind of can't work. And scientists say we can make proteins and stuff in a lab. And it's like, it's possible. It's possible, guys. Actually, it had to be in specific conditions, and if everything happened by evolution, we can't promise or guarantee that those perfect conditions and where they can make the protein and stuff to exist, you know, would work. So in the end, evolution can't really work. And if I've insulted you in any way, I don't know. I would like an open mind, because I've heard people in the Christian aspect say, well, God could have used evolution for work. I personally believe that God did what he said in the 7 days of creation and made everything in that time period of a day. Now, it's debated because, you know, it's the Hebrew term for day is not really specific in Genesis. Because, you know, people, it can get confusing because they could say day as in like a 24-hour period or X, Y, or Z. I don't know the entire thing, but I personally believe that the fact that our translation in the King James Bible says a day, it means a day. And even if it took years for the whole process to work, I personally do not believe it was evolution that caused it. Why is this on fire? Guys, this is not a good thing. I could do the good guy thing here. I just thought it was really interesting to me. I'm sorry if I insulted. You know, I kind of not, but I'm sorry if I have insulted anyone. I say I'm kind of not because I feel like it's really interesting things. Why is this place on fire? What did y'all do here? Oh, that's right. There was a lightning storm or something. I don't know what to do with this. These places have good loot, but it's burning to the ground. I don't know how to help. Oh my goodness, is just this is why we don't have lava pits, y'all. This is why you don't have a lava pit in a wooden house. This is why it's in the secret bases. I'm gonna try to get to that chest over there. It's already breaking down, so I'm just gonna. I personally think it's really cool. Just how the fact it's the cell needs all these little parts to it just to, you know, be a cell. And how it needs all these parts. It can't have one without the other, which is really cool to me. Can I reach that? I don't think I can. Oh. Well, I guess I'm stacking. Guys. Oh, I'm on fire! I'm on fire! Stop, drop, and roll! Stop, drop, and roll! Crap. Okay. I don't know how to put myself out. Oh no. We're live! Okay, don't. Okay. Sweet. I did it. Was it worth it? No. Would I do it again? Probably. Let's see. Please. Okay. That's fine, I guess. Can we get this chest? Because I like free stuff. Sweet. Okay. We're gonna get real close. Alright. What else was I thinking about? How am I gonna get down? Oh, well, that's a way. That is a way. Not the best way, but it is, in fact, a way. Alright, let me think. Oh, I didn't think this through. I did not think this through. Ah! Ah! I did not think it through. Can you tell I did not think this through? Oh no, we're all cooked. We're gonna die. Oh no. What? Where the heck am I? Well, I think we all know my fate. I'm stuck in this village. I don't know how I feel about this. So, lesson 1. Don't go as a noob with no armor, no equipment, no nothing into a pillager vase. Not unless you can pull out a bed out of your butt. Me and my brother would do that tactic all the time. We just basically camp right there. And no matter how many times we died, we just keep going back there. Ow, that was loud. What else was I saying? I kept ranting on and on about cells. Man, I'm a nerd. You guys, this is reason why I don't script things is because I don't know. I feel like it's more natural. I think it's more cool and more entertaining. Also, because I don't really expect anyone to watch these. I know it's sad, but it's like it's just the truth. Like it's just dumb, pointless stuff. I'm playing a game for what purpose? When I could I'm literally procrastinating when I could be doing what I was trying to do this year and learn how to animate. I could be doing what I should probably be doing and practice sculpting for an art project for my school. Maybe someone will listen to this and be like, huh, that's true. Or maybe I'll just find myself like in Pinterest regretting opening my mouth. Lesson 1 in Pinterest, don't comment. Don't comment. Be careful when you comment on videos. Not because everyone's mean, it's just because I'm dumb. That's the truth of it. Guys, don't be like me. Don't be self-deprecating. Alright, I say it a lot. I talk down on myself a lot. Don't do it. You know why? Because it's like repeatedly saying basically that God messed up on making you. Does that make sense? No, probably not. Guys, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. My art is depressing. My art is sad. My art seems dumb. And is it bad if I say something? I really want to make comics. I really want to make stories. But I don't know if they align with God. Like, I have lots of characters. I love my characters. And not in the sense of like, oh, I worship them. I understand they're fake. I understand that tomorrow they just might. If I had to give up on my characters, fine. If I had to get rid of my characters, fine. Would I be happy about it? No. Not really. But that's like anything, really. Who's happy when they give up something that they think is great? But to me, they're like little pieces of myself. None of it's true. None of the stories are based on anything in real life. I am a very spoiled person, actually. Every time my parents said that I was spoiled. I'm a very sensitive child, apparently, which I think it frustrates me personally. But well, I don't like being called spoiled because in my eyes that's personally I don't know. When you hear someone call you spoiled, it's like, oh, does that make me a bad person? Am I selfish? Or yeah. Anyway, I'm spoiled in the sense that I've got a lot of stuff that I probably don't need. Like, I have access to video games. If you really think about it, I don't really need that. I get a private school, so that means I get God. Like, people would be certain kids who are really, really interested and really, 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 I don't know, anyone who, I did not even go that far. I am kind of depressed at that. That is sad. I climbed over freaking mountains and I could have just done this way. Is this the same? Yeah, it's the same one. Anyway, I go to a private school that's Christian. It's a pretty good school. I actually really like it a lot. And I'm not saying that because, like, it's not, no school is ever 10 out of 10. You gotta admit it because, you know what? It's built by people. But what I really like about it is that, one, my teachers, which may not make sense, but my teachers push for kids to do the extra work. To be honest, I kind of get frustrated sometimes in myself when I realize and sit and think, man, I'm complaining that these teachers don't want me to end up dumb and unable to stand up for my own faith. I'm getting mad because I have to do extra work, even though if I'm going to have to do this one day. Sometimes I get annoyed because I hear my classmates complaining about, like, oh, there's going to be a new policy of uniforms this year. And my classmates sit here complaining like, oh my gosh, they're going to make us wear uniforms. It's not the end of the world. I know I was complaining, and that's not a great thing to do. And I don't like that I complain a lot. But, it's just, for me, it's personally, I've had to wear uniforms before, so I don't really understand the problem with them. I mean, I understand it's like a restriction to my personal, I don't know, personality? But in the end of the day, clothes is clothes. It's stuff on your back. People would would really want anything, really. They would love to just have something on their back, right? There's a lot of people out there who just are thankful to even get clothes, you know? And the fact that you're getting upset because your school wants you to look not only nice. Okay, this is still the place that's on fire. Good. Not good, but like. Anyway, your school wants you to look good. They want you to appear the best because it's a school atmosphere, and studies do show that kids who are dressed appropriately, like nicely and stuff, are more likely to be attentive and such. Wait, why am I going this way? I could get my stuff. It is. Oh man. Okay, that's fine. He's gonna get us. Yep. Come on, big guy. Come on. Oh, come on. Bedrock edition. I don't know what I expected to happen. Don't know what I expected to happen. I probably should replant trees. Yeah. I'm very blessed because when you hear private school, it's like, oh, you have money. My parents, I'm definitely spoiled in the sense that I have a bed. I have a bed that has 2 beds actually in it. Doesn't mean I live on a queen size. I have a projector. I'm not even trying to load or anything. I'm just saying I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled. Not proud of it, but I'm spoiled. Not rotten, thankfully, because I'd be really sad if I was. I think, in my Christian life, when I met Jesus, I personally met him and understood, wait, he's king. I'm going to die one day, and I really want to know him. Probably age 10. Guess how long people have been talking about him in my... Oh, okay. I should have been died, but okay. Well, basically since I was 6. So that is 5 years, which may not seem like a lot, but time, as much as it's like fleeting, and like it seems very fast paced, it's really not. In the sense of God, it's like a vapor. It's compared to it in the Bible as a vapor. Compared to day, a year is a lot of time. 5 years of my life sitting about, surrounded by people, surrounded with the knowledge and books, and it took me 5 freaking years to get my head on straight and be like, wait a minute. I need to have a personal relationship with him. And I feel like I've only truly started walking and listening and trying to read his word in the last 3 years. Very frustrating. Because I know I know the words. It's like, you know what you're doing is wrong. It's like, you know the notes. You know the song. You know the words. You know everything about it. And you're still choosing not to do anything about it. Oh, guys. The Vindicator. Oh, no, it's back. It's back. Forget the stuff. Please, no. Sir, we can talk about... How many times do you think I can do this? Let's do it. Let's do it again. Plant. Plants are good. Hello. Don't understand why people try killing those guys a lot. They're really cool. Anyway, yeah. I know the notes. I know the words. I have a Bible class every day. Actually, pretty good. We have chapel Mondays. Pretty good. My Bible teacher talks a lot. he's still a good dude, but uh sometimes I feel like I'm gonna get a headache. But what he's trying to teach is good. What he teaches is good, because he talks about right now we are going over the omnis of God, which, if you don't know what that means, is how God is omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscience. What does that mean? God is omniscience. He is all-knowing. He knows all knowledges. Omnipotent. He is all-powerful. And omnipresent. Well, he is everywhere. He is at all places at all times. Each one plays in. Let's see. Omniscience. I feel. Okay. Omniscience. They each tie into each other, which is pretty cool. Omnipotent ties into omniscience. I mean, it's one or the other way around, but it's where, since God is everywhere, he knows everything. And since God is all powerful, he can be everywhere, every place. And it kind of just keeps tying each other. And I think it's really cool explanation of that. He's shown us my Bible teacher has shown us pretty cool videos about, like, okay, I am a nerd, so sorry for nerding out again, but we were watching a video about the creatures that live in the darker zones of the sea area, like the abyssal zones and the midnight zones. Thankfully Octonauts taught me some things, so I knew some of the animals, I knew some of the things. I did not realize that the difference between female and male, whatchamacallits, the scary things with the antenna. I forgot the name, guys. I swear I'm not dumb. Promise you guys I'm not dumb. God gave me some knowledge up here. Fed off each other, but that's not the point. See, they're so pretty. Like, the creatures themselves, like, some of them, they're terrifying to look at. Terrifying, especially in the abyssal zones, or like the darker zones where it's like just pure absolute darkness. But, like, at the same time, they're so pretty. There was one. There were several. Have you ever watched Octonauts in that one episode where it's like the squid? I think it was like a Christmas one, but it's like this giant thin squid that glows. He was having problems because it's like he was floating up to the surface. If he went any higher, he'd pop. Sup, I've got some interesting news for y'all. During the recording, it did not save. Like, there were 14 minutes of it that was just cut out because my recordings thing is kind of dumb. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video. I am sorry about that. I have had lots of technical difficulties with both laptop and recording devices, and I do apologize for that. Thank you guys for watching, and tune in next time for hopefully another episode. So sorry that it's such a slow journey, and thank you guys for your patience as I've been working on the audio. Bye-bye!